In this episode, I'd like to introduce Onmyōdō, a traditional Japanese system for understanding nature, time, space, and invisible forces. Onmyōdō developed in Japan between the 7th and 10th centuries, during the Asuka, Nara, and Heian periods. It was based on cosmological knowledge imported from China and adapted to Japanese society. Over time, it became deeply connected to everyday life, rituals, and even state governance. At its core, Onmyodo is built on the concepts of Yin and Yang. Yin and Yang describe opposing but interdependent qualities. Yin is associated with darkness, stillness, inward, movement, and hidden aspects. Yang is associated with light, activity, outward movement, and visible aspects. These were not moral categories of good and evil. Instead, they were tools for understanding balance, cycles, and change in the natural and invisible world. Closely connected to Yin and Yang is the theory of the 5 phases, or 5 elements: wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. These elements were used to describe natural processes, seasonal changes, and directional qualities. Wood represents growth and beginnings. It is linked to spring and the east, and carries on upward, expanding energy. Fire represents heat and activity. It corresponds to summer and the south, and is strongly yang in nature. Earth represents stability and balance. It is associated with traditional periods between seasons and the center, holding a neutral quality between yin and yang. Metal represents maturity and refinement. It corresponds to autumn and the west, and carries more yin qualities. Water represents stillness and storage. It is linked to winter and the north, and is strongly in. These 5 phases interact through cycles of generation and control, creating a system that explains how forces support or restrain one another. Through this structure, time, space, and invisible forces could be organized and understood. By the Heian period, Onmyodo had become part of the official state system. Specialists known as onmyoji advised the imperial court on calendars, astronomy, rituals, and responses to disasters. Onmyodo was not abstract philosophy. It was a practical framework for ordering the world. Thank you for listening. See you next time.